Good afternoon, everyone. I have a little bit of a precarious setup here. My tablet and phone are standing on a music stand that seems to be shrinking down a little bit. So if you get a little bit of a view change, I apologize for that. But I kind of ran out of time to get a better one. So we're going to talk today about some little things that can make a huge difference. I went running the other day, I think it was Sunday, and two very little tiny things affected my run. The first was a wasp sting, the stinger of a wasp, very tiny. The second was a small tree root that was sticking up out of the ground. Both not only affected my run, but also my attitude the whole rest of the afternoon. So yellow jacket stings have the tendency to linger, at least for me they do. Even today, I'm still feeling a slight cold pain around where I was stung. And those stings, they're definitely memorable. Last year, one got me multiple times right in the ear. I was standing on a toll while I was pulling weeds, and that was terrible. And a few years back, I got another one on my ankle as I was walking down some stairs. And it's a painfully memorable experience, even though the physical effects kind of go away in a short time. But out of all those added experiences together, I definitely have a respectful hatred for yellow jackets. Now, the small tree root that was sticking up, it made me stumble and fall, but luckily I fell into some sand and dirt, and I was completely unharmed. But my large goal of just completing the run in a good time was foiled due to those two little details. And just think of something as small and microscopic as the coronavirus, and yet the huge impact it has had this year. Health, economy, travel, livelihoods, friendships, milestones, something we cannot even see with our naked eyes is having a huge, lasting impact. Now, Jesus recognizes something small, and he uses it as an analogy for faith. It comes in Matthew chapter 17 when Jesus heals a demon-possessed boy. Now, apparently the disciples had tried to drive out that demon, but they were unsuccessful. And it's kind of an odd story because Jesus seems frustrated with their lack of faith. Now, he doesn't say to them, "Oh, good try. We can do it later. We can try again another time." Instead, he says, "You have too little faith." He goes on to imply that their faith wouldn't even equal the size of a mustard seed. Now, a mustard seed is approximately 1 to 2 millimeters, probably even tinier than that I'm showing you with my fingers there. Pretty small. But that seed can grow into a bush that is 30 feet tall. Now, most other herbs max out at under 10 feet, so the mustard seed, as small as it is, can definitely grow immensely. Now, Jesus tells his disciples that if they have a faith that small, then they could make even a mountain move, let alone drive out a demon. Now, I've never done either one of those things, and I consider my faith bigger than a mustard seed, but maybe they did too. And every time I hear this, I can only think of what Yoda says. When tiny little Yoda lifts an X-Wing with the Force, and Luke Skywalker says, "I don't believe it," and Yoda's response, "That is why you fail." So what is the message to us in all of this? Well, definitely something small can make a huge difference. But what about faith? How do we quantify it? How can Jesus challenge his disciples here when faith is a gift? Well, I think our answer resides in our response. Yes, the Holy Spirit lives in us. He gifts us faith. But we can tune out his voice with other things. Definitely. Are there opportunities each day for you to express faith? Yes, but often we are too busy to even take notice. And what do we even need to do? Well, that goes back to the fruit of the Spirit. We mentioned that a few weeks ago. Fruit of the Spirit is that evidence of faith. It's love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Those are ways that we can see how vibrant and active our faith life is. So this week I challenge you to spend some time, maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's a whole day. Spend some time just exploring your faith. Do some Bible reading, pray, do some reflection. Ask God how He is working in your life and where some opportunities might be to walk in faith. Spend some time thinking about your actions last week and how those might better be in tune with the fruit of the Spirit this week. And then don't just stop at this week, because something small like this can make a huge impact on your faith life and on your relationship with others. We'll talk about that relationship with others on Thursday. So hang in there until then, and we will see you on Thursday.